All right, guys, we are going to be reacting to 15 mind-blowing facts about Germany, the world's most sinful country in 2025. Damn. Really? Germany, the most sinful country so far? We're going to jump in here and see what's going on. Guys, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate the support. Let's jump in. They went full
Number 1.
banjo there.
The heart of Europe. Germany sits right at the crossroads of Europe, bordered by 9 countries more than any other European nation.
Correct.
Its territory covers 357,000 square kilometers, slightly smaller than Japan, yet larger than Italy. From the flat plains of the north to the towering Alps in the south, Germany's geography is as diverse as its culture. The Rhine, Elbe, and Danube rivers carve their way through cities and valleys, creating not only stunning scenery but also historic trade routes that fueled centuries of power. The climate is equally varied. Maritime winds from the Atlantic bring mild, rainy weather to the west, while the east feels the bite of cold continental winters. Snow in Bavaria can pile up as skiers race down alpine slopes, while in Hamburg you may be battling constant rain. Did you know Berlin is further north than London? Yet summers can reach over 35
Further north than London? How did he know that?
degrees Celsius? That contrast shocks many first-time visitors. Population-wise, Germany is Europe's giant, home to more than 84 million people.
Okay.
But here's the twist.
Oh, what's the twist?
Despite being an industrial superpower, Germany has one of the lowest birth rates in the developed world.
And that,
Without immigration,
and that thing, it worries me big time. It does worries me big time, y'all.
its population would
lie.
be shrinking dramatically.
Damn.
Turkish, Polish, Syrian, and Romanian communities now form vibrant parts of German society, shaping everything from food stalls in Berlin's Kreuzberg district.
And we're gonna react to a Frankfurt video, man. That, I mean, yo, when I saw that video, I couldn't believe it. I almost started crying, bro. Like, Frankfurt is just as Philadelphia, Kensington.
To music festivals in Cologne. Linguistically, Germany is fascinating. While German is the official language, it's not uniform. Dialects can be so strong that even Germans from different regions struggle to understand each other. In Bavaria, service replaces hello, while in the north, a simple moin suffices all day. And hidden away are recognized minority languages like Sorbian, Frisian, and Danish. Imagine living in one of the world's most developed economies, yet speaking a tongue only a few thousand people know. Do you think Germany's mixture of ancient dialects and modern immigrant cultures makes it more united or more divided? Let me know in the comments. And before we continue, don't forget, hit like, share this video, and subscribe to James Baker Discovery Global, so you never miss our deep explorations of the world's most fascinating nations. Number 2. Legends, culture, and strange customs. Germany may appear like a model of order and efficiency, punctual trains, clean streets, strict recycling rules. But underneath this structured exterior lies a treasure chest of myths, traditions, and customs that often shock outsiders. Take the famous German obsession with bureaucracy. It's so extreme that locals even joke about Amtsschimmel, literally office mold, a sarcastic term for endless paperwork. Want to adopt a dog, change your address, or even register your Wi-Fi? Expect multiple forms, long queues, and perhaps even stamps on documents you never thought needed stamping. For a country leading in technology and industry, this love affair with bureaucracy seems paradoxical, almost sinful in wasting time.
So what's the reason that bureaucracy is a thing? What's the reason? And the follow-up question is, has Germany always been like that?
Now let's go deeper into Germany's folklore. This is the land of the Brothers Grimm, who collected fairy tales like Hansel and Gretel, Snow White, and Rumpelstiltskin. But these were not cute bedtime stories. The original versions were terrifying, filled with cannibalism, child abandonment, and gruesome punishments.
Damn.
Did you know that in one version of Cinderella, the stepsisters cut off parts of their feet to fit the shoe? Germany's fairy tales weren't written to comfort children, but to warn them about a dangerous, merciless world. Another oddity, German superstition forbids wishing someone happy birthday in advance. To do so is thought to bring terrible luck, even death. If you try congratulating a German friend before the clock strikes midnight, you might be met with shock or even anger. Equally strange, at New Year's, Germans watch a British comedy sketch called Dinner for One. The 18-minute play, about a tipsy butler serving his mistress, is broadcast every year in English and has become a national ritual more sacred than fireworks. Then there's the infamous Polterabend. Before a wedding, family and friends smash porcelain plates, bowls, and even toilets outside the couple's house. The bride and groom then have to clean up the mess together, a noisy, chaotic symbol that marriage is hard work. In Bavaria, the prank can go further. Grooms are kidnapped by friends, taken to a pub, and forced to drink until rescued by the bride. Weddings in Germany, it seems, are more like tests of endurance. And here's one of the quirkiest German beliefs. If you sit at the corner of a table, locals may warn you that you'll never marry. It's a superstition that lingers even today in rural areas. Why corners? And again, some say it symbolizes loneliness.
I understand that a lot of these videos are kind of AI, but the information is very interesting. Some of these videos, I've noticed some of the actually the videos showed here are probably Russian or Belarusians.
Others claim it's about bad German, energy. Either way, it's a small but telling example of how ancient beliefs quietly shape modern life. Germany may look modern, but its culture still dances with shadows from the past myths of haunted forests, rituals of smashed plates, and rules that make outsiders scratch their heads. What about you? Would you dare to sit at the corner of a German dinner table? Number 3. The German ideal of beauty, men and women. When people picture German beauty, they often think of tall blondes with blue eyes or strong men with broad shoulders. And yes, these features are part of the traditional stereotype, especially in Bavaria and the North, but the truth is far more diverse. Germany's beauty ideal reflects both its ancient tribes and modern immigration. Walk through Berlin and you'll see a mix of Turkish eyes, Arab curves, Slavic cheekbones, and African braids blending with classic Germanic features. The result is not a single look, but a kaleidoscope of appearances. In fact, Germany has become one of the fashion capitals of Europe precisely because it embraces difference rather than uniformity. Women in Germany are often praised for their natural, athletic appearance. Instead of heavy makeup, many prefer minimal cosmetics, clean skin, and functional but stylish clothing. Hiking boots, jeans, and wool sweaters can be just as fashionable in Germany as heels and dresses. This is partly because of the culture of wanderlust, the love of walking, hiking, and being outdoors. A fit, healthy body is considered more beautiful than layers of artificial glamour. But there's a twist. While German women emphasize natural beauty, Germany is also one of Europe's largest markets for cosmetic surgery. Breast augmentations, nose jobs, and anti-aging treatments are quietly booming industries. How do we explain this contradiction? Perhaps it shows that even in a land of supposed naturalism, the pressure of global beauty standards creeps in. Men, on the other hand, are often expected to project strength and dependability rather than raw handsomeness. The archetype of the German man is not the pretty boy, but the solid, reliable partner. Broad shoulders, height, and fitness are admired, but so is a calm.
But I don't see a lot of big Germans, like very muscly Germans. Maybe the videos that I'm watching, because it's mostly Hamburg and Berlin, I understand that's more left-leaning city, but I don't see a lot of buffy Germans. Let me know in the comment section.
Rational demeanor. German men are often seen as disciplined, punctual, and protective. Yet, in modern urban Germany, you'll find just as many slim, stylish men with tattoos, earrings, and edgy fashion. Another surprising fact: Germany has one of the highest tattoo rates in Europe. Both men and women proudly display ink, from minimalist designs to full sleeves. Tattoos, once frowned upon in conservative society, have become mainstream symbols of individuality. And when it comes to relationships, Germans are not as cold as their stereotype suggests. Surveys show German women and men value honesty and loyalty above all else in a partner. But here's the shocker. Despite this, Germany has one of the lowest marriage rates in the EU. Many couples
no sense, man. I mean, marriage rates are low around the globe, don't get me wrong. But I just don't understand the... Man, this is not the channel for this. This is not the channel for this. But let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think is the reason why the marriage rate is so low? Let me know.
For long-term partnerships without ever tying the knot. Paper does not prove love, they often say. Would you find German beauty attractive, the natural, sporty look mixed with surprising boldness? Or does the stereotype of cold, distant Germans still color your imagination? Number 4. Roads, cars, and the engine of Europe. No discussion of Germany would be complete without mentioning cars. This is, after all, the land of Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, Porsche, and Volkswagen. But Germany isn't just a car producer. It is also the only country in the world with highways, the Autobahn, where there are still stretches with no official speed limit. Imagine driving at 200 kilometers per hour legally, while trucks thunder by in their own lanes. For car enthusiasts, the Autobahn is a dream come true, a symbol of freedom and engineering precision, yet it's also controversial. Environmentalists argue that unlimited speed leads to unnecessary emissions and accidents. Surveys show most Germans actually support introducing speed limits, a shocking fact for outsiders who see Germany as a paradise for fast driving. Public transportation is equally fascinating. German trains are famous for being modern and extensive, yet ironically, Germans themselves complain constantly about delays. The joke goes, only two things are certain in life: taxes and Deutsche Bahn delays. Still, compared to many countries, Germany's system of regional trains, trams, and buses is a marvel of connectivity.
But then again, bureaucracy is holding some of those projects for the longest, right? It seems like Germany has a very good way of just not only being efficient, but then sometimes bureaucracy can be a problem for some of these infrastructure
The country
projects.
also prides itself on renewable infrastructure. Over 40% of Germany's electricity now comes from wind and solar. In some regions, entire towns run fully on renewable energy, setting global examples. Yet paradoxically, Germany still relies heavily on coal and recently struggled with gas shortages due to geopolitical conflicts. The image of a green powerhouse hides deeper contradictions. And what about cycling? German cities like Berlin, Munich, and Hamburg are filled with bike lanes. But here's a strange law. In some cities, cycling drunk is punished more severely than driving a car drunk. Why? Because on a bike you have less protection, and authorities consider it equally dangerous. Infrastructure in Germany is both admired and mocked. Flawless engineering, endless rules, and the occasional chaos of a delayed train. Isn't it ironic that the world's symbol of punctuality has citizens who love to complain about trains? Number 5. The economic giant with hidden struggles. Germany is often called the engine of Europe. Its economy is the largest on the continent and the fourth largest in the world, with a GDP exceeding $4.5 trillion USD. Cars, machinery, chemicals, and precision tools dominate exports, making the phrase "made in Germany" a global badge of quality. But here's the shocker. Behind this polished image, Germany hides cracks that outsiders rarely see. Take the energy crisis. For decades, Germany depended heavily on Russian natural gas.
Yep.
When that supply was
correct.
disrupted, the nation suddenly faced soaring prices and even the risk of winter
That's
black.
correct. And then there was a lot of talk about what was going to happen next. Hopefully that's already figured out and they already know what to do. I don't know what they did after that. That's something that you guys have to let me know in the comment section below.
Blackouts. Factories were forced to slow down production, and citizens were urged to shower faster and heat less. How ironic is it that Europe's industrial powerhouse was brought to its knees by something as simple as a gas pipeline? Another contradiction. While Germany is a global leader in green energy, it simultaneously shut down its nuclear power plants, the very facilities that produced carbon-free electricity. Critics call this a sinful mistake, arguing that the decision increased reliance on coal, one of the dirtiest fuels on Earth. The labor market is another battlefield. On one hand, Germany boasts low unemployment, high wages, and strong worker protections. On the other, the country faces a severe shortage of skilled workers. Nurses, engineers, IT specialists, tens of thousands of positions remain unfilled. The government has even relaxed immigration rules, offering blue cards to foreign workers. But is Germany ready to truly embrace mass immigration while parts of society resist multiculturalism? Then there's inequality. Germany is wealthy, yes, but visit cities like Berlin or Hamburg, and you'll see homeless camps under shiny glass towers. East Germany, decades after reunification, still lags behind the West in wages and infrastructure. And many young Germans fear they will never own a home because real estate prices have exploded. Imagine in a country famous for prosperity, entire generations feel locked out of the dream of ownership. And here's a jaw-dropper. Despite its reputation for order, Germany's bureaucracy is one of the slowest in Europe when it comes to digitalization. Many
It seems like they still stuck in on their internet. Supposedly the Wi-Fi is not even that It's fast.
Still use fax machines.
Wow. My last job used a fax machine, but they were not. It was not huge reliable. It was not. Damn, fax machine, bro.
Want to start a business? Expect months of paperwork.
Damn,
Some
man.
entrepreneurs joke that starting a company in Germany feels like traveling back to the 1980 seconds. So yes, Germany is rich, but it's also riddled with contradictions. Green but coal, dependent, powerful but paper-chained, open to immigrants but struggling with integration. Do you think these hidden cracks could one day topple the engine of Europe? Number 6. Politics, power, and society. Germany is officially a federal republic with 16 states, each with its own parliament and unique identity. Bavaria, for example, is almost like a country within a country, Catholic, conservative, and fiercely proud of its traditions. Berlin, meanwhile, is liberal, alternative, and rebellious. Holding these diverse regions together has never been easy. Since World War II, Germany has been seen as a model of democracy. Its constitution, the Grundgesetz, emphasizes human rights and peace. But the political landscape is far from simple. The once dominant parties, the Christian Democrats and the Social Democrats, are losing ground, while new forces rise. The Greens have surged with their climate agenda, while the far-right AfD shocks Europe with its growing popularity, especially in the East. For a nation haunted by the Nazi past, the return of extremist rhetoric feels like a dangerous ghost. Society, too, is full of contrasts. On one side, Germany is a land of intellectuals, Goethe, Beethoven, Einstein, and today, world-class universities and research institutes. On the other, it struggles with populism, conspiracy theories.
Populism and conspiracy theory. What is it? What is this dude trying to say? I don't know what this AI is trying to say. Let me know in the comment section below.
And even violent protests.
By who?
During the pandemic, Germany saw massive demonstrations against vaccines, with thousands waving flags that eerily resembled far-right symbols. And then there's the issue of identity. What does it mean to be German in 2025? For millions of immigrants and their children, it means navigating between cultures. A Turkish-German teenager in Cologne might eat doner kebab for lunch, speak German at school, and Turkish at home. A Syrian refugee in Munich may celebrate both Ramadan and Oktoberfest. Germany is transforming, and not everyone accepts it. But perhaps the most surprising fact is how much Germans love rules, yet break them creatively. Cross a street when the pedestrian light is red, and you'll be scolded by strangers. Yet the same society produces massive underground raves in abandoned warehouses, where rules are left at the door. Germany is order and rebellion wrapped into one. Would you trust Germany's democracy to resist the rise of extremism again? Or do you think...
What do you think? That's a good question. Let me know in the comments section
history
below.
might dangerously repeat itself? Number 7. Food, beer, and the shock of German cuisine. If you think German food is just sausages and sauerkraut, prepare to be surprised. Yes, bratwurst, schnitzel, and pretzels are iconic. But Germany's culinary scene is far richer and stranger than outsiders realize. Let's start with the beer. Germany has over 1,500 breweries and produces more than 7,000 different beers. The Bavarian Reinheitsgebot, the purity law from 1516, still influences brewing today, requiring only water, hops, and barley. But here's the twist.
I'm gonna leave it there because this guy is gonna just continue for 30 minutes. Personally, I think, especially with the last comment, this is more the fear-mongering kind of thing. Like, if you feel German, they want to push you out. They want to make sure that, you know, you feel guilt or just feeling German. I mean, I have so much to say about this guy, but I want you guys to just let me know in the comment section below, because this dude right here, this AI, just again trying to push more of that guilt. It's okay for you to feel German, man. There's nothing wrong with that. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you in the next one.